Hello everyone and welcome to another Engine Snack. I'm Grandmaster Matthew Sadler, and in this video we're taking a look at the game between Koivisto and Rovsharder, played in the TCEC Season 22 League 1. There are a number of positions when you look at just opening positions that you sort of say, well, you know, that sort of looks okay for black. It's been a bit unorthodox, but hasn't turned out too badly. But then you put it on the engines and they find some concrete, powerful ways of playing, often just associated with gaining space. And I mean, there's one very fine example that I've looked at already on this channel between Igel and Ethereal. And well, this game is pretty similar and just as nice. This was a rather strange Petrov. Black's actually wasted quite a lot of time with the queen. The queen's gone e7 to e4 and then back to e7 and then to d7. So yeah, quite a trip there really. You know, it's not completely intuitive what white has gained here. I mean, if you look at the white position, you're seeing a knight on a3, a little bit odd, pawns on d4 and c4, but yeah, you know, how great is it? But you know, white does have a time advantage. The black king is uncastled, and yeah, the black queen side is also not activated yet. So there is time, you know, there is time to do something, but you kind of got to believe it, and you've got to have a bit of imagination to find it. And well, Koivisto has those sort of qualities. Started off with knight h4. Just hitting this loose bishop on f5. Yeah, I mean, you know, black could castle, but then we can really claim that we've got something nice out of the opening here. You know, the queen's been forced to move again. We're activating our knight with tempo. We'll get in d5 afterwards, get a good space advantage, two bishops. Lovely position for white. So the most natural move for black is to play bishop g6. Just get the bishop out of the way. If you go knight takes g6, then h takes g6, activates the rook along here, can't be bad. But in this position, Koivisto found an incredible idea. I mean, you do notice that the bishop on g6 is a little bit short of squares. Obviously with a knight on h4 attacking the bishop, you can't play a move like h6 to free the bishop, because knight g6 would lead to, well, some very weak light squares on the king side. But if you played the move like f4, trying to play f5, which is natural, black just plays bishop e4, and well, the knight on h4 is just left looking rather silly. But Koivisto found an amazing idea, and that was this move g4. G4 indeed. What is the idea of that? Well, the idea is very simple. If you play castles, then white just plays g5, and if you go back to e8, I'm just going to take, and play d5. And well, you know, you look at all these black pieces, they're just not getting to any good squares at all. You know, this pawn on d5, I mean, where is this knight on e8 going to go? If you go forward to e4, a little bit more risky, I can just play bishop g4 here, queen d8 and f4. And again, you know, this bishop's going to be in real problems. And I think after f5 we were even taking on here. Rook f6, knight takes g6, rook g6, f5, rook f8 and queen e2. This sort of power play where, yeah, you know, it didn't look so bad a few moves ago, but now you just notice that all these black pieces are just on horrific squares. So g4, really powerful. Just threatening g5 and then shove the pawns up, hit the queen with a bishop on g4. You know, again, exploiting some of those problems in black's position that aren't particularly obvious. Well, Rovsharder tried to fight back, knight e4, but then h4 happened, g5 and f4, d5, and then this powerful move, knight e3, hitting the pawn on d5 and threatening f4 to f5, trapping the bishop. Rovsharder, you know, sort of fought along, tried to mix things up, but after fg, king takes, b takes a3, well, Koivisto was some pawns up, two bishops, and the black king is incredibly weak. And Koivisto won quite easily afterwards. But all starting from a really great idea, you know, understanding that now's your moment, now's the time to strike. with knight h4, and then this very unusual but very powerful way of gaining space on the king side and targeting this bishop on g6, g4, intending g5 followed by f4. Really great play from Koivisto.